The way you work, do you have strict role divisions?
No, obviously I do all the production, Cal does all the vocals, but we've sort of learned, I think, over the years to check and balance ourselves, or,
Right.
whatever. I'll make a beat, he'll start singing something, I'll say I like that, then he'll sort of go write verses, I'll work on the beat more, we'll put it together, and then we'll sort of just beat everything until we're really, super happy.
And then is that a difficult thing to do because it's the two of you and you have two minds, so to form a consensus?
I think it's better that way.
Okay.
I think we obviously pick up the best pieces of each other, and then the ones that are lacking we try to make better and bring up to that level. And it's an awesome way to do it. And whether we're sitting with an acoustic guitar or piano, it's always a good song translates to a great record. Whether if it comes from acoustic and becomes a dance record, those are usually the strongest records, because it should be. If it can't be played on acoustic like that, then what's it doing?
And I think any producer or writer or musician in general has their own strengths and weaknesses, and it's great that where I might be a little weaker at lyrics or whatever, Cal sort of fills in those holes and vice versa.
But I suppose then you influence each other. So Cal, for instance, when you write lyrics, is the music ready? And if it is, does the music influence what you write?
Sometimes. I mean, we go through phases where we used to do this more, but where I would write to something and then it would be remixed, and I'd have to come around and be like, that wasn't exactly the vibe I wrote it to, but I really like this vibe. Now we've done a bit more of you have it more in a finished place, or I come with a verse and chorus idea and then we remix the thing together. But for something like Once in a While, that record, I mean, from the first 5 minutes we started, I had the melody and the lyric for the chorus, and then we kind of tweaked it.
But it was over a hip hop beat that was way slower.
Yeah. And so we kind of help each other morph the specific lines. I mean, we changed that last line at the end. I just want to dance, I feel good. When things got more exciting, we changed the bridge. So what's really important to us, and what we've gotten way better at from the start, because we used to suck at this, was we treat it. The song is a living. It's a living piece of art. So you can't just say, "Oh, that's there, that's final." You need to be able to take that, and even if you want it, say our manager called and said, "Oh, I want that song 5 days from now," we're like, "All right, keep that to yourself. We're gonna. We want to change that chorus line," and it'll be like, "I love that part." And it's it doesn't matter. Sure. The fact that we are willing to change each and every part to make it exactly what we love has made us better than ever at what we do.
And I find it because, like you say, you do the lyrics. Rob, do you then do you know what all the lyrics are about?
I like to think I do.
Okay.
I'd say every couple months, Cal will be like, "You didn't get that line?"
Yeah.
This is clearly what I was referencing. I'm like, "Oh," which is always a nice feeling. And I was like, "Oh, good. That's nice, dude. Good work." But I also, and I think, obviously Cal hears production, but my ears are so focused on the melody. And I'll if he says a but instead of an and, that bothers me. I'll go nuts about that stuff. But I don't really have as much stake in the meaning, I guess.
Right.
I try to dial it back a little bit, but given that I was listening to Big L and Jay-Z, my favorite thing about listening to an old Tribe Called Quest record or something like that is that I missed it the first time around, and now I got that line. Even 2 years later, I'm listening to the song, and now I got that line. I love that, and sometimes
Wait, so we have a line, "Missed a flight out of Heathrow" is in I Choose You, and we were just talking to our camera guy, and he didn't know that Heathrow was the airport.
And then we started thinking, how many people
don't know what Heathrow is, but still love that line and say, "Missed a flight out of," just right over the top. So.
But there are more of those kind of references in the song, because I saw something online, but you have a lot of those references.
Right.
So where do your lyrics come from? Is it based on your own experience?
Yeah, based on our own experience, based on interactions with fans. I think I write way better during a tour or just after a tour, because I have so much more experience to draw on. If you're just sitting at home, it's what are you talking about? I like to talk about real life experiences. And then, like I said, that hip hop background, I love double entendres. I love something where it makes you think. And we've kind of grappled over this in the past, because sometimes I won't make it as easy for the listener to understand it, because I want it to be that fifth listen. But you shouldn't do that sometimes. But if you can work it in where they can hear it both times, I think that's the win.
Right. And you have another song out, Gravity.
Yes.
What was the starting point for that track?
Let's do it. Yeah. So that song actually, we had made sort of a beat for a Timeflies Tuesday that we were gonna put out, and decided that the track, it was too hot.
It's
and
too
so I redid the Timeflies Tuesday, and we saved that beat for later. And then we went down in the basement, we were playing it, we were like, man, this sounds great, like, what are we gonna write about today? We wrote actually a pretty bad song, I think, over
terrible.
it. It wasn't very good.
One of the worst songs I've ever heard.
And then as we were, I guess, looking for bridge material, or we were just kind of hanging out.
No, so I like to sometimes if you're like stumped lyrically and you want to get a jump
It was
start,
bad. We were in a
I'll
local,
look through pages of other stuff or just surf the web and maybe something will jump out at me. And I have this whole folder of inspirational quotes, just like maybe something in these quotes will go. And so I started looking up more inspirational quotes, and there was this great one from Einstein regarding falling in love and gravity, and we're like, let's try to write a song that captures like the early stages of like that puppy dog phase of love, where it's like this is like an unstoppable force, is like gravity. And so that song was kind of born out of that. But you never know where exactly the song
Really,
is
Einstein.
Yeah, good work, Einstein. You've done it again.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to take a reference, why not Einstein?
Yeah.
Einstein.
Final question. Did you have a specific person in mind when you wrote that song?
I've definitely fallen in love before. And it was not hard to capture that feeling, because that is... I think everyone knows that. Even if it's not falling in love, even if it's like the excitement of the person you met last night and you're texting and you have that stupid smile on your face and you're like looking at your phone, you need to find your phone in every second. I think everyone can relate to that. So yeah, I definitely drew off personal experience, and so did all of us. I mean, we all wrote that. We were very instrumental in writing all the lyrics and all the stuff together. So this is a really fun record, and just felt, when you have the mic in the room and you're recording rough vocals before you finish it right away, the first time we heard that, we were all like...
We wrote the chorus first, and as soon as the chorus was done, we were so excited, and we had really written such a bad song before that we were exhausted. So we said, let's go get a coffee, we'll come back and write all the verses. And I just remember walking to the coffee place being like, guys, this is going to be a big one, like, you don't even know. And they were like, yeah, no, it's good. I was like, no, it's really good. Like, I was so fired up.
Sometimes I get so annoyed because I'm like, loop the verse so I can write to the verse. But we couldn't, because we could only listen to the chorus.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Very quickly, are these two songs, Once in a While and Gravity, are they a precursor for another album?
So I think what we've been doing really well right now is sort of focusing all of our attention on one song and saying, like, we're going to make this thing the best it can be, like, and then sort of live in that space for a minute. So single life, I guess, has been fun.
We have been hinting to our fans this idea of like a season one and this new movement of our music. So we're being very cryptic about what's to come, but it's all part of a bigger plan.
Yeah.
Say that.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks.